Hi there, good morning everybody. Welcome here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So it's that time of week, beginning of the week again. Other than the episode we did this morning, this will be the first episode of the week. So this episode will include all of the channel shows that I do normally, plus a few extras that are added in for just this week, plus the series we're running for the month of October. It's already October, really? October. And then we will be doing the first two episodes of next month's series for November, which is entitled 30 Favorite Rock Lyricists. I've gone through pretty much everybody that I like. And I've made my list, and we're going to carry it out one day at a time, so to speak. So, normally what I do on this channel for this show is I give you all the information on these three categories I just said, and I also go back and correct anything that may have been mistaken. There was a few late episodes last week. However, I don't believe there was anything that was substantially wrong. There might have been a few things, but I generally, what I do is I correct them as I go along, if I can. This week we've got a couple of interesting scenarios, so we're going to get to it now. The first episode of the weekend, I will need my glasses for this particular thing. Other than this week's episode, which will go from October 26th to November 1st, we also have nine other regular episodes, including the weekly ones and a couple of monthly ones. Okay, so this one will come out at noon, or should be, no, maybe not. Maybe it'll be a little bit later, maybe 12:30. So that will be the first episode. The second episode is going to be Rock Legends. I'm going to not do Into the Prog Verse again this week. I wanted to do Prog Legends, that I talked about this for now a couple of years, so we're going to cover it this week. Ronnie James Dio will be the topic. So basically I'm just going to go through a little bit through my Dio discography, talk about Ronnie James and his impact on my listening experience. Not going to give you a big history lesson here. There are people on the internet who are far more qualified to do such things, so we'll let them do them. That will come out Sunday at 8, so it'll be out tonight. I'm going to set it up after we're done here. Actually, it's not going to be a live stream, so I don't have to set it up. It's just going to be a regular thing. We will probably go back to Into the Prog Verse next week. But once I did the Ace Frehley one, I thought, I have really kind of overlooked the Ronnie James Dio thing, so we will do that as well. Next up is Monday nights. Look back at a classic rock album, which will feature one of the albums off my playlist, which is Judas Priest's Painkiller. Coincidentally, this album is going to get a couple of feels this week. So we'll be talking about that album on Monday night at 8 o'clock. Tuesday night, we're back with the mini-series we've been running. This was now up to episode 4 already. It's called Deep Cuts, and we will coincidentally be featuring Ronnie James Dio. That was not a plan. I had decided to do my Rock Legends. Went to look to see what Ben had given me for the 2 episodes he normally does for the week, and discovered that Ronnie James Dio was also on his list. So we were both thinking the same thing, so it has to happen. So that will be my deep cuts for Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. The next episode up is favorites. So we're going to do, it's music related, of course, but it won't be necessarily music directly. We're going to do I'm going to give you 10 great album producers. There's far more than that, but I'm going to pick my top 10 favorite, the ones that I think have had the most impact on the music I listen to. So that will be the favorites on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Next up, ranking the songs. I decided to finally do this album. I've been thinking about it for a bit. We're going to do Thin Lizzy's Jailbreak. 9 songs in total on here. So that we will rank those. I'll rank those songs according to how I like them. And hopefully you'll enjoy that video as well. That will come out Thursday at 8 o'clock. Now Friday we have the triple action going on here. Well, actually it would be quadruple action because there'll be the morning series episode which will come out at 8 o'clock. And then you have 3 more episodes. So the first one will be new albums purchased. Yep, new albums purchased. The end of, and that will come out at noon, of course. And at the end of the month, Prog Roundup, which will also come out the same day. Now, the end of the Prog Roundup, end of the month Prog Roundup should have came out last Saturday, but for some reason I thought next Saturday was the last Saturday of the month, when actually it's the first Saturday of November. So I apologize for that, but it will come out this month, Friday at 4 o'clock. And which I'll be talking about 5 kind of new prog albums that are out there for the month that I think are of interest to the people on the channel. Next up is, and that will come out at 4 o'clock, sorry. That's the way it went last Saturday at 4 o'clock, that's last month on Saturday at 4 o'clock as well. So next up is Who Did It Better, Friday night at 8 o'clock. So the song that he has given me is Context of the Moon. In the Context of the Moon, which will be done by both Max Webster and Edion. I don't really know Edion too well, but I do know Max Webster quite well. So we will be doing that for Friday night at 8 o'clock. And the final channel episode for the week is What's New, which we do every Saturday at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to be talking about this album, which you will also see as one of my new albums purchased episode, which will come out the day before. So this album is The Luck and the Strange Concerts, David Gilmour. It's a live album, and I'll be talking about this album on What's New this week. It'll also be featured on new albums purchased. Cost me a bit of money, but it was, I think, worth it. Based on Brendan Snyder's breakdown of the album, I decided it was something that I wanted to have. And a lot of live albums I tend not to get because I have a lot of the same stuff on different albums, but this album has a lot of stuff on it that you don't normally get in a Pink Floyd or David Gilmour type setting, so I wanted to give it a try. So we're going to do that. So that's it for the regular channels. That will, of course, come out Saturday at 8 o'clock. That's it for the regular channels for the week. We have a series running for the month of October, which is 31 albums that have a scary or monster theme. It's a Halloween theme. We are down to the final albums for the list, final 6. We had 1 this morning, 5 more to go. And then we have the new series, which will start next Saturday. Will be the first episode. The series for the month of November, which is 30 favorite rock lyricists. So I tend to like to read a lot. I'm a big reader. I like vocal music a lot. So those 2 areas I tend to spend a lot of time on. So that's it for the channel shows for the week. I'm still getting together the mini-series I wish to run for, it'll probably be a 7-day consecutive thing. Not sure how I'm going to work it, whether it's going to go Sunday to Saturday, or maybe I'll start on the Monday and go to Sunday. Not sure exactly when I'm going to start it. I still have a few props to get, and I'm looking to get them soon. So anyways, I hope to see you all throughout the week. Please hit the like and subscribe. Please pick some videos that you will like and enjoy. If you want to be notified of the episodes, please hit the notification bell. And I will see you throughout the month, throughout the week, sorry. So take care, have yourself a good evening, and good afternoon, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.